Hey, chào các Keeper. Hôm trước thì tôi đã hoàn thành xong Act 15. Và hôm nay tôi sẽ quay trở lại tiếp tục cốt truyện Reverse 1999 chương 7. Đến thời điểm hiện tại thì chỉ còn 18 tiếng nữa là cơn bão sẽ đến quét sạch đảo ngược thời đại năm 1914 này. Ở trên hòn đảo tri thức nơi nhóm Vertin đang ở thì 37 cùng Vertin đã hoàn thành các thử thách để đến chỗ thực thể trên hòn đảo tên là Aperon và hỏi cách con người có thể tự do thoát khỏi sự tàn phá của cơn bão. 37 thì đã nhận được câu trả lời bằng các con số âm 3, âm 2, âm 1, 01, 2, 3, 3 các kiểu. Tôi chả hiểu gì hết trơn. Cùng lúc đó thì anh 6 cũng đã tiết lộ 4 năm về trước, 77 là mẹ của 37 cũng đã thành công vượt qua thử thách và đặt câu hỏi cho thực thể Aperon này về bản chất của cơn bão. Cô nhận được câu trả lời rằng cơn bão không phải là sản phẩm của đấng tối cao hay siêu việt nào, mà chỉ là disorder và chaos, rối loạn và hỗn mang. 37 hoàn thành xong thử thách thì cô và Vertin lại rơi vào ảo mộng. Không biết từ đầu game đến giờ mà Vertin rơi vào ảo giác bao nhiêu lần rồi. Hết quả cam rồi lại đến đánh boss ác mộng các kiểu. Ở lần mơ này thì Vertin ở trên hòn đảo nhưng các luật lệ đều bị phá vỡ, nào là ăn hoạt đậu, nhặt đồ dưới đất, chọc kiếm và lừa các kiểu. Nói chung là các giá trị đảo lộn hết cả, chả biết được nào mà lần. 37 và Vertin tỉnh lại sau giấc mộng, định trở về thông báo cho mọi người về câu trả lời mà 37 nhận được từ Aperon. Tuy nhiên vừa ra khỏi cửa hang thì thấy hàng loạt các vũ khí đạn dược cháy nổ rơi xuống, phá hủy không gian xung quanh nơi hai người đang đứng. Có thể là có trận chiến sắp tới nào xảy ra trên hòn đảo giữa người đất liền với cả các cư dân trên hòn đảo chăng? Chuyển sang bên trụ sở nghiên cứu khoa học Lablas thì hiện tại câu niệm chú đã được phiên âm thành công. Câu niệm chú là Una Circlo, vòng tròn đầu tiên. Câu niệm chú này vừa được phát tán đi quanh trụ sở thì bi kịch đã xảy ra. Những Arcanist đọc câu niệm chú này đều bị biến thành một dạng hình thù khác hoặc là tèo luôn. Người thì tan rã thành bụi như là bị Thanos búng tay, người thì biến thành bùn, người thì chuyển dạng hình sang dạng năng lượng vô hình. Câu niệm chú này hiện đang được nghiên cứu tiếp bởi trực tiếp Madame Lucy là chỉ huy của cái phòng nghiên cứu Lablas này, và những Arcanist thức tỉnh không có hình dạng cố định. Madame Lucy thì dạng nguyên bản là một cái piston, nên khi đọc thần chú thì cơ thể người máy bay màu, nhưng mà bản thể piston vẫn còn nguyên vẹn, coi như là có thể tháo ra lắp vào người máy thoải mái được. Ok, không biết câu chuyện tiếp theo sẽ đi đến đâu, sắp sửa có biến gì tiếp theo. Giờ chúng ta tiếp tục câu chuyện chương 7 nhé. Tại tôi đang ở Act 16, mở một cái cánh cổng lũ lụt gì đây. Thì hiện tại hình như là Enigma đang đến nói chuyện với Medicine Pocket này. Không biết nói chuyện gì. Ok, vào. Như là Medicine Pocket đúng không? Vẫn ở trụ sở nghiên cứu Lablas đúng không? Storm arrived in 17 hours. Đấy, đúng rồi, Medicine Pocket.
The dew, the mud. This is what I'm talking about. A better world.
Trụ sở sao cây mọc đầy này. They kick the muddy ground with their boot in ecstasy. The mud splatters on the Foundation staff member's jacket, but he remains professional and does not bat an eye.
Researcher Medicine Pocket, I must remind you that we are at the edge of the immunity zone to the storm. Once we cross the line, we will not only catch the storm syndrome, but also be taken by the storm at the end of the countdown.
Đây là vùng rìa ngoài của cái trụ sở. The entrance at the Foundation headquarters is bustling with personnel. As the storm approaches, a long line of field investigators has formed at the gate, waiting to pass through security. Medicine Pocket groans. They spread their hands in frustration, clearly unhappy with how skilled the staff member is at avoiding confrontation.
I know that. How stupid do you think I am? Hey, isn't that Rudolph? The poor guy sent to Tunguska?
Hey
man, how was Siberia? Welcome back.
Siberia.
Did you bring
sao?
me any new research
Có dụng gì ở
materials?
Siberia?
Oh, you don't recognize me? You're breaking my heart. It's me, your best friend that you just met, Medicine Pocket.
Medicine Pocket. Medicine Pocket's attempt to approach the line is quickly thwarted. The staff member has also practically yanked them back by the arms and legs.
Researcher, I must make clear that you only applied for 15 minutes outside for research purposes. Your countdown starts from the moment when you cross this line.
Okay, safety first, I know.
Như đây là lần
Get
đầu tiên
off me,
Medicine
you're hurting
Pocket
my
được giới thiệu
arms.
trong cốt truyện chính nữa nhỉ. Kiểu trước là trong tuyến event của Spartodia với cả Medicine Pocket struggles desperately and finally manages to plant all four limbs back on the ground.
All bounce as soon as the storm syndrome hits. Even if I catch it, look at the syndromes of
Không
this
biết
era.
mấy người
Distorted
kiểu
faces,
Douglas có đến
murderous
đây không? Kiểu
intentions,
Eza cũng không biết có
obsession
ở đây
with
không?
war, rampage.
Mà Eza là con người,
What's got you so worried? They
không biết còn
aren't
tồn tại không, hay chỉ
that
có Akenis
bad.
tồn tại đây thôi.
Well, the melting faces
Mà lâu nào
part
cũng không thấy
is
cả
kind
X
of
nữa.
gross.
The staff member responds with a blank expression. Medicine Pocket shrugs. They kneel down and open up a leather case. 1 week is more than enough to a genius like them to upgrade an old apparatus. This is the second version of the sampling device for asymmetrical nuclide, boasting improved sensitivity compared to its predecessor.
I really wanted to test this in Vienna. Oh well, better
Từ
than
cái
nothing.
chất
All right,
hạt
now
kháng ấy à?
I'm gonna walk a
Nuclei.
little further from the immunity
Asymmetrical
zone so the
nuclei.
samples are easier to gather. The ideal distance is 1,500 kilometers, but oh,
Yeah.
don't worry, not gonna do that. Even I can't run that fast.
They hold the sampling device in their hands and step across the battery. Behind them, the staff member starts his timer, a skeptical look on his face.
Now behold, the important moment. When I prove the dorks in Laplace wrong about asymmetrical nuclide R.
Cái này như là trong cùng cái vali mà Verti nhận được ở cái đảo đầu chương 5 đúng không nhỉ? The room is dark and thirsty as when Enigma last saw it, but to him it's a sanctuary. The towering piles of fires and added equipment immediately isolate him from the rest of the world. Finally, he's back in his fortress.
Now, hypothetically, if the storm research were to succeed, 2 things should have been done.
I believe. He scribbles quickly on the dusty whiteboard. First, safe usage of cái
And
gì?
to find
Tiếng
out
Đức
the
à?
safe way to use it, we have to...
Tiếng Đức đúng không? For up cái gì? Safe usage of the ritual for Akenis, mass production of the ritual for human. Nghĩa cái cả cho cả Akenis và cho cả con người bình thường nữa. Has the power to good it. Okay.
This is what
Okay.
Lucy was thinking.
Giảm
The
đi cái tác
Awakened
dụng
met
phụ.
the casting requirements of the incantation, and Ulrich succeeded, while the other Arcanists did not feel the same miraculous blessing like he did.
Kiểu những người Awaken là những người mà kiểu như là từ đồ vật trở thành Arcanist, đúng không? Kiểu Madame Lucy là một cái piston, xong rồi được thức tỉnh thành một Arcanist, hay giống kiểu mấy con ngựa hay là UFO nhân vật chơi được. Sputnik cũng là Awaken.
So as long as we eliminate the side effects, they'll be able to inscribe the incantation and mass produce it for the humans. One problem is, only the Awakened can
Pickle,
carry
số
out
gọi
the
là
experiments.
Nó gọi
There's
là
not
Awaken
many
nhỉ?
of them
Một con
around.
chó thức tỉnh khả năng Arcanist và suy nghĩ giống con người. Apple cũng hình như cũng là Awaken rồi.
It'll take too long.
Awaken.
There's no way to do this in 24 hours. Heck, it could
Không
take
có Apple
months
ở đây
or
thử
even
nghiệm.
years.
Apple đang ở trên đảo.
There must be something else we can do.
Suy nghĩ flashback.
But you are not an arcanist. Why should
rồi.
you play by their rules?
Nha, tự theo luật lệ gì đây? Mày chơi gì đây?
Yes, that's right. Let's try a different approach. What if I start with the desired outcome and work backwards to the question?
Retrosynthesis. Nhưng không đi theo hướng là cho Menschman là con
The
người nữa.
quickest and most efficient way to save everyone is to make them qualified casters of the ritual. They won't even need protective equipment if we can do that. The challenge is, how do we qualify the casting requirements?
He looks at the papers on his desk in desperation.
Medicine Pocket's theory is correct, and there's enough data and supplementary experiments to back it up.
Nuclei.
The power of Arcanists is directly tied to the purity of their bloodline, which is associated with the special cells in their bodies. Using arcane skills reduces the activity of the cells, but the Picasma extract can reactivate them for extended casting. However, the extract only provides endurance, not power. It is physiologically impossible for a low-ranked Arcanist to cast a high-ranked skill. That's the reality of it.
Đây là low rank, kiểu những người
If
low
we
rank
were to
không
compare
cast
the
được.
power of Arcanists to household appliances, let's say their normal voltage is 230 volts, and if the storm immunity ritual were a high voltage source of
Ở đâu mà
1,000
dùng
volts,
200 điện 220V
no,
vậy?
millions of volts, like lightning.
Tưởng bây giờ dùng 110V rồi, hay ngày xưa vẫn dùng
The
220.
household appliances would be destroyed in an instant.
Nghĩa là điện áp 1000 không áp dụng được cho điện áp 230 của nhà, không thì tất cả mọi thứ nổ. He's used to simplifying the complicated arcane jargon into relatable examples for practical
As
application.
for the humans, they're not even in the picture. We cannot cast to begin with, and I personally didn't feel any blessing or curse when I recited half of the incantations that day.
He falls back into his chair, rubbing at his temple. The researcher struggles against his defeatist mindset, but the hopelessness is hard to ignore.
Think, how can I get everyone to meet the casting requirements of the ritual? Forget what's theoretically impossible. The Arcanum never gave a damn about certainties. I've been reminded plenty that logic does not apply to things like this.
Irritated, he pushes the papers aside and pulls a book of Arcanum from the mountain of clutter.
What about shortcuts? Are there records of transcendental rites, significant celestial events, sacrificial offerings, or even pneuma emanating ingredients that could boost the user's casting abilities? Wait, pneuma emanating?
Kiểu emanation này, kiểu cái này là liên quan trực tiếp hoàn đạo này. A thought flashes across his mind.
Where have I seen that word before?
Tự nhiên liên quan phát đến hòn đảo. He rushes to the bookshelf and starts rummaging through the dusty volumes.
It was in the files Ulrich told me to read. The timekeeper's report from the Aegean Sea. Those islanders call the storm the emanation. Why?
Sao?
The emanation.
Emanation.
Just what is emanating out?
Đọc cái đi. The door swings open in a loud bang, causing him to jump in surprise. Ai đây? The towering stack of books next to the door stumbles over. I was nudged by the invisible force. Then he hears a familiar sound, shuffling footsteps from the hallway outside, sticky and wet. Được vãi. Sao người này lại đến đây vậy?
What the? Dawkins, I hope you know this is not the time to catch up.
Đến đây vậy.
That is if you're able to talk
Này
at
bị
all.
biến thành người buồn.
No! Let go! I've just come up with an idea! Leave me alone!
He braces himself against the desk, straining to resist being thrown out of the room. He squirms across, stretching his fingers until it finally reaches the red button.
Somebody! Help!
Cứu. Rồi ai đến cứu? Ok, tôi có cái tool mới này. Tool mới này kiểu siêu tốt dành cho Winsong luôn. Tool này mà dùng phát khi Winsong bật un cái nó bắn gọi là một đống thứ luôn.
Program activated.
Thỉnh thoảng dùng cho stack. Lại còn bắt đầu nhiều cái
A good point. And your
bài hơn nữa.
hypothesis? Loading. No other study could show you this. Taking another look?
Faraday's miracle.
Bộ này dễ quá. Câu chuyện này không sử dụng không mấy. Nên thích sử dụng. Đấy, ok. Giờ tôi dùng cái này phát. Hay là thôi, thế này.
I admire your courage.
A good point. And your hypothesis? The benefits of field mapping. Confirm the coordinates.
Hơi xịn.
Thunder, attack.
Dùng cái này kiểu. Đấy, giờ ra một đống. Này. Có đỉnh mà.
An academic question.
Allow me to double check the battery levels.
Limited scale,
Nope.
infinite lines.
Tội chắc một phát là chết luôn. Cả bọn bình răng.
Calculating distance.
Không bọn bình răng không phải
Keep going.
Rồi, em thấy tôi
Our
vui.
dream, comrade.
Ok, lại thêm roll.
You're not really here for revenge. And it wasn't you who pushed away the books and opened the door. The invisible ghost. Victor, did you do that?
The colossal muddy gingerbread man nods, surprisingly docile. Beside him, a whiteboard marker in the air begins to write on the wall. It's me, đây là người vô hình. Người vô hình nhưng mà nhìn thấy nhau. The marker turns its tips and points at the door. Enigma that his friend suggests and walk out into the hallway. Outside, people are talking and laughing with genuine joy in their faces.
Ah, Researcher Adler!
Nghĩa là những người biến thành dạng khác không hoàn toàn mất đi ý thức, vẫn nhận ra bản ngã của mình. A figure in a shiny uniform suddenly stops nearby. Enigma recognizes her as the unfortunate colleague who works with Medicine Pocket.
What happened? Any progress?
Yes, researcher Medicine Pocket has proved their theory right. They have successfully found the asymmetrical nuclide R in the air before the storm, even if only a trace.
What did you say?
Trong cơn bão à?
They came up with the idea because the nuclide was initially found in the raindrop samples of the storm. They deduced it also exists in the air before the storm occurs, like the water droplets in the atmosphere before rain.
Cái hạt này không xuất hiện chỉ trong giọt mưa mà là xuất hiện trong không khí.
So now, we can extract it directly from the air, without waiting for the timekeeper to bring the raindrops to us.
Okay.
This will help us a lot in the mass production of the protective gear.
She trails off as she notices the look on his face.
No way. The emanation. Asymmetrical nuclide R.
Sao? Ôi,
She
phát hiện
was
ra gì
right.
rồi?
The ritual works. Any arcanist can use it. And the solution was right in front of us. I didn't need to boost the caster's abilities. With the right setup and materials, the world before the storm is already an enormous stage for performing the ritual.
Oh.
It's like a charged pylon just needing a cable.
Mr. Adler?
The man slips past her and starts running toward the other end of the
Thank
corridor.
you, Miss Whoever. And thanks for letting me know, Dawkins and Victor.
The technician looks around but sees no one. Nearby, a muddy head and a floating pen emerge from the door. She shrieks. Chạy đi. Enigma makes his way to the airlock door.
It's me, Ulrich. Let me in. I need to see Madame Lucy. Tell her I found a way to transcend the limit.
It transcends limit. Ok. Đây là những nhà khoa học đã tìm ra cách để chống lại cơn bão rồi. Giờ chắc là quay lại tuyến hòn đảo này. Hòn đảo đang xảy ra những thứ rất là kinh khủng. Chúng ta đang tạo rừng. Ồ, vẫn là nó luôn à. Tưởng skip đến hòn đảo. Nghe đỡ phải
We don't have time. I'll spare you the technicalities and explain it straight.
đi đây. He pops off the marker cap and draws a few lines on the board, exuding confidence with every stroke.
Our biggest problem is the limit of the bloodline. Low-rank arcanists can't command high-rank arcane rituals, similar to how household appliances can't withstand what's beyond their designated voltage. In most cases, the caster can only use their own arcane circuits that run through their inherited bloodline. But what if the caster were in a special electric field? What if we used existing circuits on the outside and put the caster into a greater circuit?
Tạo ra cái hạt này phân tán ra không khí hay là gì?
What if we factored in the entire planet and used the atmosphere to split the current flowing through us by adding more appliances to the circuit?
Don't be ridiculous, Adler. We are not household appliances.
The ferroflute frowns, questioning the premises of Enigma's proposal.
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay. Lucy listens without a word, giving him some courage to go on. Trường điện từ các kiểu này. He draws a big
24 hours
sequence
before
to
the
a
storm, the entire world is charged with abundant arcane energy. It becomes a space emanating pneuma, a cloud ready to discharge, a special electric field. Look at asymmetrical nuclide R. The key to the storm immunity was inside the storm all along. And look at how the Mandragora is the antidote to its own poison. The solution can be hidden in the question itself. The arcane energy a caster inherently lacks can be borrowed from the surroundings during the storm. We just need a way to induct that energy. And Laplace happens to have all the data for the calculations. The observation systems we've built over the past 8 years have not been in vain. First, we derive a formula to determine the pneuma needed from the storm based on the Arcanist lineage. Then, we'll design a converter to transform the external pneuma into what they can use. They will no longer be bound by their limits. With just one calculation and one conversion, we can turn anyone into a capable caster.
Okay. He excitedly stretches out his arms and ends his epic monologue. It's a good thing that emotions cannot be read on a awakened being face.
I knew I shouldn't have wasted my time listening to you. What are you saying, Adler? You made up a confusing story, then drew conclusions from it.
The second part is purely theoretical, I admit. But the basis of my theory is correct, and I have read Medicine Pocket's paper.
But Arcanum is not electricity! You're too caught up in your excitement to remember the basics. You know nothing about Arcanum.
It's still a form of energy, yes? No one here knows what the storm is, but we do know that it's a massive arcane energy field. We can harness it, much like Arcanists use arrays to amplify their incantations.
I see what researcher Adler is trying to say. A creative solution indeed.
The director gets up from her chair and intervenes.
But ma'am...
Do not worry, Ulrich. I also have noticed that humans could be smart and stupid at the same time. Perhaps that is why they need to have their work peer-reviewed.
Thanks?
She nods amicably, pleased that her recently improved interpersonal skills have come in handy.
There is a type of electrophotography invented by Semyon Kirlian and his wife Valentina Kirlian in 1939 that depicts the energy field surrounding an object or body. It was later used by Laplace as a method of measuring arcane power, notably for the storm observation systems. Through it, we are able to capture and measure the arcane light or aura that is invisible to the naked eye.
Wasting no more time on meditation, the robot comes to a conclusion.
The plan of researcher Adler is feasible. Laplace also has the technology to support it. We have the storm observation stations, the capable casters, and the best mathematicians. Ulrich, please ask Miss Tider to lead the calculations, then experiment outside the safe zone and record the pneuma constant needed for casting the incantation. And do not give the incantation to anyone. I doubt they can resist trying it.
Ulrich lets out a reluctant hum and leaves the room as instructed.
Simone, please contact researcher X. His balancing helmet could be the prototype for our converter.
Balancing helmet?
That helmet balances the energy field in and out of our bodies, and was once used to protect researchers working with dangerous arcane skills. We could boost its power and use it as a substitute for Adler's converter. But we should postpone their testing request until we have completed our experiments on the side effects.
Her assistant gives a quick nod and begins drafting the notice. The tasks are quickly assigned to the right people in less than a minute. Only one person seems to have been left out.
What about me, ma'am? Should I go with the calculations team or help with the converter?
He takes a tentative step forward, curious about his role in this endeavor.
Right. I wanted to talk about that. You have proven to us the value of human thoughts and perspectives. I am glad that your struggles with the bottle did not damage your brain, Adler. I am confident that your discoveries will save many lives in the storm once implemented.
The bottle? But it's been 7 years.
She just keeps on smiling.
But you overlooked one thing in your plan. What about your people? The humans who can never cast incantations.
An apt question.
They were not included in the plan. I just came up with something that took the least steps to reach the desired outcome. To save humans, they'll have to rely on equipment. Only when we have better control over the ritual can we store it on arcane devices for mass production.
Then you should go perfect it.
Huh? We only have 16 hours and 30 minutes until the storm. There's not enough time to...
Đến 17 tiếng mà phải tạo
The
ra
feasible part of your plan is in motion, and all of Laplace will provide the help we
sản
need.
xuất lượng lớn.
We will make it work. As for yourself,
đấy.
perfect your plan so we can save everyone, including the humans. And we only have 16 hours and 30 minutes to find a solution.
Thiên tài. The directions are given clear, precise, with no room for ambiguity.
Understood. I will think of something. You're right about this one.
He turns and walks away with long, purposeful strides. Behind Lucy, Simon has finished drafting.
There was no way he overlooked his own race. Yet, he still gave up his own people and brought this plan to us. Were we too hard on him?
Were we?
She turns nonchalantly and sits back in her
But
chair.
I made the right decision.
The internal line rings. The assistant puts down the list of side effects and grabs the phone.
Yes. Yes. We will provide the tech support.
She ends the call with a grave expression on her face.
It was Zeno, Mom.
Zeno.
They lost contact with Team Timekeeper 3 hours ago. They're asking us for tech support. They have to make contact with the island immediately.
Zeno làm gì đây? Zeno đến hòn đảo à? Quay lại đảo kìa. Sophia. The mind sinks and floats in the ocean of lethargy. The piece of driftwood would be well timed.
Don't worry, Sophia. It is just a game. I won't be in there for long. You can wait for me on the beach if you want. Okay?
The wood dissolves into foam.
No! 37! Don't!
Don't. Chiến tranh, các thứ. Mưa bom bão đạn. She wakes up on a cold piece of wood.
Where? What happened?
Mọi thứ đều bị bom đạn làm nổ. Hòn đảo tăng rồi. Con người cũng bị những hiệu chứng Storm Syndrome làm cho trở nên hung bạo hơn sao? Ồ, 420 sao rồi. Numbers in everything. Khiếp, người chết rất là đông. Đây là Sophia. Con số. Liệu tao biết được số của Sophia chưa? Có một plot twist gì ở đây không? Sophia là có người quan trọng gì sao? The smell of gunpowder hangs in the air. The once magnificent column are now reduced to rubble and irregular stone. Blood rings in her ears, drowning all the sound. Why? Why?
I remember now. The island fell ill, and 6 summoned all the integers to the cleansing ceremony. 37. She went to appear on.
Rồi sao? Nhưng 37 nhập Sophia lại. Bởi vì Sophia không biết số à.
They tended to their missions. I went to the square to pray for them, and then
Và bùm.
there was an earthquake.
Những người không có số sẽ đến đây để cầu nguyện. Warplanes thunder above, wiping out the debris and the current garments in their passing.
The human army? Wasn't the Foundation mediating the disputes? Did they betray us?
Calm now, Sophia. Your soul is
I
embarrassing
need to calm
towards...
down. I need to find the others. Slow down and breathe.
Breathe.
Stability is an essential virtue to becoming an integer. Okay. Let's clean up the place first.
She places a hand on the brass ruler at her waist and, as peace as ever, begins to recite the incantation. Câu niệm gì dài vậy? Nothing happens.
The incantation didn't work? Did they fail to perform the cleansing ceremony?
Thưa bạn, gì vậy? Cái gì vậy? Cái gì? She stands frozen for what seems like an eternity, disoriented and unsure. It feels like her, but then she notices a familiar figure in the distance. Beneath the fist.
Is that 42?
42 trước bị triệu chứng ấy rồi, Song syndrome này, triệu chứng cơn bão này. The man struggles to stand, rambling to the emptiness around him.
No one survives the oblivion.
His hysteria is acting up again. I should help.
Die, you lunatics! This is our land, right from the beginning!
When the smoke clears, 42 is gone.
No. No! Be calm. Be stable. Think.
Integers are living example of virtuous standard purification is a presentation of soul in the
I have
world.
to go check on him.
Performs to
I
be.
can do this.
Everything is a number. Everything is number. Everything is a number.
Stay calm. He is divided into 2 numbers.
Đấy.
6 and 7.
6 đến 7. Okay.
I have to find the others. I have to tell them about 42.
Sao vậy? 21 nhân 2.
Sophia! What are you doing
6
here?
nhân 7. She hears the recognizable voice coming from the rooms. Up on the hill, a woman raises her hands and calls to her.
Get to the shelter! It is at...
Sao? Mất luôn. Bay màu.
Miss 18! No! I can't... This can't be happening.
18 bằng 2 nhân 9.
I have to keep it together. Move. Sophia. Get to the cave. Find... Sophia!
A quiet sob comes from the bushes. The child cowers in the foliage, shaking in terror.
I'm so scared. Everyone's gone crazy. It's okay. I got you. Come out now, Lacey. We will go find the others.
But the child stares at her in a panic. hugging her knees even closer to her chest.
No, I don't want to see them. They will go crazy. Everyone.
The droplet of the paint emerges on
Lacey,
her face.
your
Ow.
face.
But Lacey brushes her hand away. She turns round and runs deeper into the forest. It's the floating points behind the decimal.
Her soul has tilted toward excess. This is wrong. I am the corrector. I have to help her, or she'd get herself killed. I have to right the wrongs here.
Ủa, đánh ai đây? Đánh quân đội à? Battlefield. Pitch.
Program activated.
Ủa, đánh mấy đứa sau sinh trong rồi.
I admire your courage. Good point.
Loading.
Loading.
Sharp thing. The benefits of field mapping.
The benefits of
Eliminate
field
target.
mapping.
A new hypothesis.
A new hypothesis.
Charging.
No other study could show you this.
The light that illuminates all.
Don't worry.
Show. Damage.
A good point.
Loading. Charging.
Charging.
Taking another look.
Barrage. Target confirmed.
Ồ, chết rồi. Nổ đi. Nổ hũ. Nổ tiếp. Ok. Chả có gì. Bóc.
I will remember your sacrifice.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
Chắc là đủ.
Heart here.
The benefits of field mapping. Behold.
Nổ không? Không nổ. Ok.
We share the same dream.
Nổ chết thằng này đi.
An academic question.
To a brighter future for everyone.
Chết hết rồi.
Limited
Passive.
scale, infinite lines.
Infinite line.
Confirm the coordinates.
Một nháy. Hai nháy. Một phút. Nhiều phát lắm.
We worked on this collaboration together.
The world is swapping, painted over the vibrant oil hills. Her headache is splitting. Each step feels like walking on lava.
Come on, Sophia. Keep yourself together. Keep your soul in balance.
She closes her eyes and breathes. Tears not toward the excess. Lacey has gone out of sight. Only her thoughts remain to haunt her mind. Something needs to be done.
37. I must find her. I promised it to her.
37 là 1 trên 37.
She's going to be fine.
Số
She's a prime number,
nhân tố này.
and prime numbers are not as divisible as the others. She will pass the test of Apiron and receive the transcendental truth. For she is the genius, the wise one, who returns. We will right the wrongs and restore things to how they were.
because that is the salvation promised by the truth. But take heart, the race of man is also blessed with divinity, for nature has already revealed her secrets to them. Once you understand this blessing, you will easily achieve all that you set upon you. You will heal your soul and be free from evil and suffering. The golden verse. Golden verse này là cái gì? A ray of light breaks through the darkness.
Sophia! You really waited for me. What happened to your clothes?
Không thấy đống
Did you fall on your way
hoang tàn
here?
xung quanh à? As always, she tilts her head curiously. She has not yet seen the chaos of war. She remains innocent, untouched by the dust of the phenomenal world.
37. I'm so glad to see you. You passed the test. You did it.
Did it?
You seem emotional. Why? I told you it wasn't going to be difficult.
37. Things don't seem right out there.
Sophia desperately grabbed 37's arm.
37, you have seen a Piron, right? You asked the question, didn't you?
37 blinks, to focus to spare the glance at the world outside. For she is busy sharing her findings with a close friend.
Yes, and I got the answer. The answer that will save us from the emanation once and for all. And the answer is...
Is the truth that can transcend everything. The answer that will save everyone. The last and final hope. The moment she has been waiting for.
Is that it?
Thế thôi à?
The one true answer from a Piron is a string of numbers?
37 nods, having just recited the last number.
Yes, because the transcendental truth is beyond the limit of our mortal flesh. It cannot be described by words, seen by eyes, interpreted by logic, or perceived by the senses. It is passed to us in a form we can understand. Numbers. This is the key to the truth. Give me some time and I can decode it.
Warplanes still roar in the sky. Smoke still chokes the air. Her lungs burn with everything breath she takes. Time is ticking and people are dying. Helplessly, mercilessly.
Time. 37. How long do you need?
10 năm.
A month or a week? I will spend all my time working on it. It is not an easy question. Could be the hardest one I've ever dealt with in my life. But I will get there. And then we will be freed from all these problems once and for all. Even if we don't know its meaning yet, it will eventually lead us to the kingdom of truth.
She stopped her enthusiastic explanation and looked at her friend worried.
Sophia? Why are you crying?
Sophia looks up at her. Tears stream down her cheeks.
That long? 37. A truth that distant won't change. What's in front of us now?
She breaks free from her friend's grasp and races to the smoke and dust of the phenomenal world.
Sophia?
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 Sophia? Sophia? She no longer knows why she's running. She no longer knows the purpose of her existence. She only knows the wide, fiery sensation rising in her chest. Everything is number. Everything is number. Everything is a number.
No.
Is this the truth? Is this the answer? No.
calm yourself, Sophia.
Even if the truth can keep people from will, what good it is for those already in it?
I have to.
You seem astray, child.
Xong. Sophia chuẩn bị gia nhập Manus Benedicte. The detached figure looks from the ruins of the beach, unperturbed by the chaos.
And sad. What pains you so? Has the truth not graced thee with its miracles?
Sophie, Arcana này có phải 77 không? Một đoạn liên tưởng 77 với Arcana này trong giấc mơ của Bertin. Tưởng 77 chết từ cơn bão rồi mà sẽ lại có đoạn mơ tưởng Arcana thành ấy nhỉ. Balancing Helmet X này. The Fog in the Road. Là sao? Cái nghĩa trên con đường. Thirty-seven stands dazed on the beach. She looks around at the familiar island. The once pristine shores are now cluttered with the debris of human weapons.
How did this happen? I passed the test. I was granted the truth. I have the answer with me. What did I do wrong?
No, 37. None of this was your fault. Hysteria has come to this island, and people are caught up in it. It is the storm syndrome, taking the form of war.
The mind is growing increasingly tense. The situation has gone far beyond expectations.
Has it been 6 hours since we entered the cave? That strange dream. It lasted longer than I thought.
6 gave 2 hours to live, and now 6 hours have gone by. But the islanders and the visitors are too wrapped up in their own misery to notice.
This is bad.
Yeah,
The plan we have with Zeno.
Tận 6 tiếng. This objective is the utmost importance. Nhóm kia đâu rồi? But where's the team now?
37. I have to go.
I have to find Sophia.
She dashes into the forest, desperately searching for any sign of her red-headed friend. Just as she goes further, a faint call stops her.
37.
37. Ui. Xong. Six cũng hy sinh.
6, you seem...
Hy sinh luôn. Wow, tưởng playable game này không chết mà Six cũng hy sinh rồi. The leader looks even paler than usual. His robe is tattered and his crown is covered with dust. He rests his back against the broken pillar, gazing up at her.
Have you passed the test? On what question did you seek its knowledge? And what answer did it give you?
Stunned by everything she just been through, 37 recites the number on the third time, still a little dazed. He listens intently and falls into silence.
6, weren't you going to perform the cleansing ceremony? And Sophia, she...
37 trails up as she notices the black dark fruit sipping on from his robe.
Please come up to me, Miss Verton. I wish to have a word with you.
His voice is gentle, but his expression is grave. A gash runs across his stomach. His robe is soaked in crimson.
50 strides from here, on the semicircle square, you will find your friends and the rest of our people. I have done as much cleansing as I could. If nothing goes wrong, they will regain consciousness soon.
May I know what happened during the cleansing ceremony? 37 and I each had a bizarre dream after the earthquake. Did everyone on the island fall asleep too?
The island's order is forged by our faith. And now that faith has been broken, That is all there is to it.
What did you say?
Upon our arrival, I sensed a large-scale ritual surrounding the island. Is that the circle you kept talking about? Was it broken during the ceremony?
No, the ceremony was just a ceremony. It was never the source of our faith. Our journey was ended by the same thing that began it, Miss Verton.
He whispered softly, without looking at 37.
Which is the truth.
The wave crashed onto the shore, bringing debris from the plains with them.
It doth not surprise me. The wise, so blinded by their pursuit of knowledge, they oft neglect the harshness of reality. A common downfall of the contemplative. Pray tell, in the midst of such overwhelming destruction, where has their vaunted wisdom gone? And what good does it bring in this final hour? I can hear thy weeping and bellowing within, Miss Sophia. Many a time you have knelt at the temple of truth, devoted yourself, prayed for your people, and withstood the tribulations set upon you, all for the betterment of others. Thy character is without reproach.
She lifts her hand, smiling. Above the raw warplanes persists.
Yet the truth has never deemed you worthy, has it?
No, that's not!
She wants to live, but her feet are rooted in the sand. She wishes to be fine, but her body refuses to budge. And where would she possibly go after all this?
You shall be granted a greater opportunity, a blessing that befits thy devotion.
Thôi xong, xin biệt. Sophia thành phản diện. Her unsettling tone causes Gurren to instinctively step back.
No, that's a violation of the scripture. We shouldn't.
Đã bái màu
The
rồi.
scripture? Yet you were never truly counted as one of them, do you not agree? As evidenced by the decision that truth hath made.
Gì đây?
No one escapes their fate, as ever.
Gì ra đây? Gì vậy? Căn bậc 2. Xong, số vô tình.
I don't understand.
She looked at Six, eyes wide in disbelief. Đó là lý do vì sao 37 có giấc mơ nói chuyện với mẹ về căn bậc 2 này, số vô tỷ này. She just effectively declared that their faith is dead.
I know the answer given to Mama was right. The transcendental law is gone and the supreme existence is in chaos. This caused our model to fail and allowed the discord in the phenomenal world to affect the essence of things. But did the truth really fall apart? Chaos is also a form of truth, is it not? Just like how irrational numbers are numbers. Despite our dislike of them, they still exist and cannot be denied.
She steps forward, hoping for an answer.
But how? How did this become the destruction of our people's faith?
Six still stand and look at her.
You will hear no answer from me, 37, for that is not the question worthy of your attention. Do you still remember what you answered to me in the cave?
She nods, holding back the whirlwind of questions in her mind. She kneels beside him and takes his hand in hers, gazing at him with intense focus. Her eyes are still glittering like the stars above, unaffected by the tumultuous wave below.
That would be enough then.
There's a hint of relief in his tone.
Don't waste your time on the collapse of the faith. Don't question yourself because others think differently. Walk on, onto the path you have chosen. You have done nothing wrong.
It's a lesson that takes time to understand, one that can grasp so quickly. She blinks softly, holding a lesson close to her heart.
Miss Verton, I'm afraid I must trouble you for a favor.
He weakly places his hand over the wound, and a faint glow in his arcane power, but the glow lasts only for a moment, like a shooting star disappearing into the night.
As you can see, I can hardly take part in this matter for any longer. Should the situation turn for the worse, please take 37 to safety and assist her in decoding the numbers.
You have my word.
It's the weighty request with unspoken implications. The leader nods, looking on to the distance. His empty blue eyes are getting dimmer by a minute.
We are born facing a choice. Either we restrain ourselves and strive for harmony and discipline, or succumb to destruction fueled by passion and madness. Though the former may be challenging, the latter will only plunge us into eternal darkness. From 1 to 10, each number has its moral purpose and mission. Among them, only 6 was chosen to be the leader.
Because 6 stands for balance.
Số hoàn hảo. 1 cộng 2 cộng 3
Yes,
cộng 6, 1 nhân 2 nhân 3 cộng 6.
we must pay heed to the balance between passion and reason, so as to stay on the right path and not be led astray by the calling of our blood. For generations, we committed ourselves to the scripture and stayed true to what we pledged. We left the trivialities and troubles of the phenomenal world behind and served the supreme existence with the fruits of our knowledge. This kind of faith was how the island prospered, and it was the source of our salvation. Through diligent practice and contemplation, we managed to remain secluded and independent from the rest of the world.
The irrational numbers that your people rarely appreciate. Are they faced with a different path? A path of passion and madness?
The leader nods slightly, acknowledging her speculation.
We have been long isolated from the outside world by one emanation after another. 4 years ago, we tried to seek proof in the outside world, but failed. We regrettably lost some of our best scholars and friends in the process. However, it was not the failed attempt that led to this upsetting situation, but a crisis from within. Now with our ship capsized and our scale fallen, I am no longer able to reconcile the tilt of people's hearts and souls. We will be divided. The fanatics from the foreign lands can finally spread their hatred amongst the ruins of our shattered beliefs.
I will stop Manus Vindicte.
She closes his eyes. His face now pale as a pillar.
Forget not your promise, Miss Verton.
Footsteps approach from distance. Zeno, ai đây? Six recognizes them as they are fractions who weren't taken into the cleansing ceremony, and the apprentices still seeking their numbers, but they are dressed completely different now. Ủa?
6.
Thôi sao?
We came to bid you farewell. Everything happened here proves you to be an incapable leader. Your preachings of moderation and reconciliation were nothing but excuses for cowardice. Where were you when the humans dropped bombs on us? What did your cleansing do to help us? If those virtues are meant to be the virtues of an integer, then I would prefer to be a fraction.
Please listen. The integers were unconscious during the attack because the ceremony was...
Out of my way, 37. You knew nothing about what happened. You were in that cave having fun with your little games. The envoy from Manus Vindicte was right. We have grown too complacent on the island and have forgotten how to fight. We foolishly believed that staying out of conflicts would guarantee us everlasting peace. Now, Open your eyes to the humans' atrocities against us. How can we not seek revenge for our spilled blood? We must act and reclaim what was taken from ours. That is the true meaning of salvation.
The anger continues to escalate. 37 shakes her head firmly, refusing to back down.
It is true that I was absent earlier, but please listen to me. Everything will get better because I already have the truth with me.
The truth? What good will it do right now? Will it drive out the humans? Will it reclaim our home? Will it bring back our deceased friends? Pasastas ortas gonias isas alilesine.
The man recites an incantation, a simple spell derived from the truth that is everyone in apparent could cast on the first day. But now that the faith is crumbled, the radiance is no longer there.
What salvation did your truth bring when steel pierced our chests? Manus Vindicte granted us the power to fight back. What did the Foundation do?
One angry questions after another. Sticky, slimy fruits seep through the mask.
Don't waste your time with these integers. The Foundation's envoy is here. It is clear they have taken the side of the humans. Kill the envoy. Cut off her head and bring it to our mother.
You... The mask has robbed them of reason. There's no point in talking further. Take 6 to safety 37. I'm the one they are after.
6 chưa chết hẳn.
Then how are you going to...
I will meet with Sinetta at the square. Miss Radio is with them, and we will contact our people from there. Don't worry. We had a plan against the Manus, and we can still carry it out. Now, on my mark, run!
Run! Expecto Patronum. Tôi tin một mình. Đấu. To be continued. Ủa, giờ mới đánh à?
Program activated.
2 turn.
I admire your courage. A good point.
A new hypothesis.
Sharp feint. The benefits of field mapping. Taking another look. Don't touch the device. A new hypothesis. A good point.
Charging.
No other study could show you this. The benefits of field mapping.
Faraday's miracle.
Don't touch the device. A new hypothesis.
Loading. Charging.
No other study could show you this.
Aim and shoot.
Cái gì? Ok, búp. Ok, ngon.
I will remember your sacrifice.
An academic question.
Loading.
Keep up the pace.
Manus Vindicte.
Limited scale, infinite lines.
Confusion.
Calculating distance.
1 hit. 2 hit. 3 hit. Thảm đầu thế mà vẫn
Victory secure. I should excuse myself.
vẫn còn một đống incantation này. A Greek tragedy. Đây. 37 sao lại nằm đây vậy? Bi kịch của Hy Lạp. The world is a door to 1,000 ruins, desolate and cold. For those who have lost, what you have lost are long in the void. Vergessen by Friedrich Nietzsche. The flames were raged along the shore. Humans, minus predicted, and apparent believers were consumed by madness. The pains from the storm syndrome have bled into the sea, creating a disordered mixture of colors. The flash of artillery and the glow of arcanum collide. Dead, infected sea creatures litter the shore, like a tableau of the abstract painting.
Where are you going, 37?
Mata. The sightless woman inquired with concern. Under her care, the leader's bleeding had finally ceased.
Please take care of 6 for me, Madam Marta. I have to go find Sophia.
Sophia! Not caring about anything else, she runs into the smoke. Gunfire and explosions fill the air. The angry battle cries of the former apparent believers, now in madness attire, echo in all directions.
Die, humans!
Bắn lại. Phản kháng lại con người. The explosion knocks her off balance. She tumbles. A pair of hands reaches out to her.
Are you alright, 37? Can you get on your feet?
Sophia! Sophia! Finally, the voice she's been searching for fills her in relief. She happily reaches for her hands, to stop abruptly, uncertain.
Did you
Thôi xong,
change your clothes?
đổi quần áo sang hội phản diện rồi. Thôi vĩnh biệt. Ui, nhìn Des đẹp vãi mà không thành playboy này. Sao sang hội phản diện mà Des ngầu lói này, đẹp hơn cả hội chính này. Như mình chọn nhầm phe rồi. She pushes down her cacophony, emotions swelling inside her. Đeo kim cương óng ánh. Where's to begin?
I have found my number, 37.
Căn 2. Xong rồi phản diện, xong rồi tóc dài các kiểu, trang điểm lên các thứ, nhìn
Your calculation was correct. As always.
You found it.
Đúng là
That's
kiểu
good.
Thay đổi hội từ chính sang phản diện cái nhìn ngầu lói thế thật. She accepts the news without hesitation, her face lighting up with a genuine smile.
I always wanted to tell you. It is a great number. The number of a herald, prophet and pioneer. When it was first discovered, mathematics was nearly destroyed. But luckily, it also spurred advancements in the field.
She stops, no longer rambling on about numbers, and sincerely gazed into her friend's emerald eyes.
Are we still friends, Sophia?
Không. Xin vĩnh biệt. Sophia smiles, smiling that she's still the same, even now. She knows how so much, yet she knows so little.
Yes, 37. We still are, but there are more important matters I must tend to.
The bomber howls over their heads. The pilot laughing hysterically. The plane is covered in thick layer of paint. Its wings curved and twisted.
This is ours! The land we discovered!
The pilot has spotted the 2 targets on the barren rocks below, with 2 explosives prepared for release. Sophia does not flinch or retreat. Instead, her fingers grab gently around the tiny idol. Okay. Học mấy chiêu mới bắn phát chết luôn. The bomber detonates in the sky, taking the young pilot with it.
Sophia, your power and your luck.
I must leave now, 37.
Chúng tôi là những nhân vật phản
Lady
diện
Arcana has
đầy
shown
khả
me
ái và
another
ngây ngất
path.
lòng người.
No,
Arcana,
no.
Sophia,
Why are you leaving too?
chúng tôi đại diện
Is
cho
it
những
because our circle has been broken?
circle have been broken.
But I found the truth. I have the final solution. Just give me a little more time and everything will be fine again, I promise.
Chuẩn bị đấu boss Sophia. Sợ thế. She closed her eyes. Scripture still lingers in her mind. There are three kinds of people who come to the Olympic Games. The lowest class is made up of those who come to buy and sell, and the next above them is those who come to compete. But the most esteemed, however, are those who come to look on. Yeah. Only the wise pursuers of knowledge may release themselves from the wheel of birth.
You and I are different, 37. Not all of us have the privilege to look on from the sidelines.
A thick tar-like substance seeped out of her body. In an instant, the bombers are wiped out completely.
Sophia!
Sophia! You! She can't prolong the inevitable any longer. She knows that. This is the last thing she wants.
I will join Manus Vindicte, take others with me, and leave. I will renounce the scripture and seek vengeance in the phenomenal world.
Trả thù.
Make your move, 37.
Biết à? Tears rolled down her eyes.
If you really are the genius who can overcome anything, prove it to me.
Thôi.
Stop me. Transcend me. Defeat me.
Giết.
Crush me to dust.
Crush me to dust. Boss Sophia, phải chưa? Một pha bè lái đổi chiều. Cái lẹt. Hệ này. Ok, đi thôi.
Program activated.
4 người luôn. Gọi điện không?
Why, Sophia? Why must we fight each other?
Tại sao? Please tell me why.
This was preordained. I am an irrational number, an obstacle in the pursuit of truth. Let neither side hold back, 37.
37.
The moment of utterance.
The moment of utterance.
A good point.
Good point.
Charging.
Charging.
Loading.
Loading.
Learn from silence.
Learn from silence.
Taking another look.
A moment of silence.
The light that illuminates all. Eliminate target.
Gọi điện không? Không gọi điện.
Under attack.
Don't touch the device.
The moment of silence.
A new hypothesis.
Charging.
No other study could show you this.
The light that illuminates all.
Khiên dày vậy. Đây gì?
I admire your courage.
A good point.
Loading.
Here.
The benefits of field mapping.
Barrage.
Mình ba phát đây. Cựa. Cựa. Cựa.
Under
Cựa.
attack.
Phải quá. Ok, dùng 2 phát này được không? Dùng thêm phát nữa. Không dùng thêm phát nữa được. Ok, thế thì bắp.
The moment of utterance.
Búp.
We share the same dream.
Búp.
An academic question.
Bí biết cụ.
Charging.
For a brighter future for everyone.
Bạn bè đánh nhau này. Lại Naruto Sasuke các kiểu này. Sophia từng nhau
Limited
đường
scale,
tà đạo này.
infinite lines.
Nhìn ngấu này không biết tương lai có thành nhân vật chơi được không? Nhờ chưa thấy hội mà đất suy tuy nhiên mà nó chơi được. Wow.
No! No! This is wrong!
Wow, thôi mới bớt số cái tạo bay màu rồi. Cứ thích kỳ làm gì mà.
Keep going.
Wow.
For
your dream,
Mất
comrade.
công. Ui, Me in the Bottle. Mới à? Nhạc mới à? The explosions have finally ceased. The planes rest alongside the geometric bodies in the sea, sinking into an everlasting sleep. The roars of battle are no more. All that remains is the crashing of the waves against the shore.
Why?
Tại sao?
Why did you spare me, 37? Why did you
Mercy.
show mercy? You
I'm
weren't supposed
begging
to.
you for mercy. The battle ended quickly. 37 geometric brilliance has left only a tear on the French rope.
Because I don't want to fight you, Sophia. Why?
Why?
Why do we have to do this?
Tại sao? Tại sao tự nhiên lại quay sang phản diện làm gì? Her voice is filled with anguish. Sophia looks down in a long silence. Then she gently shakes her head.
I'm sorry, 37. I have gone beyond reason. Beyond cure.
Beyond cure.
I must have been out of my mind to make you fight me. Your hands were never meant for violence. They were meant for upholding the truth.
Huh?
As for me, I'm the one who clears the dust off the path, as fate foretold. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
my beloved friend.
my beloved friend. She no longer wavers or looks back. Her shoulders tremble. She strides toward the manors with
It is
determination.
time. Please clean up the beach as quickly as possible. We will depart soon, as Lady Arcana has instructed.
So,
Miss Sophia!
Miss Sophia. Sasuke. Sasuke! The team is finally reunited. Tsuneto arrives last, heaving from trying to catch up to the scene. She had her own battles elsewhere on the island. A strange dream had taken its toll on her. And now she is holding her pen, silently questioning Sophia with a piercing stare. Why?
We all have our own purpose to fulfill, Miss Sonetto.
Why, baby? She walks right past her.
I will not fight you this time. But I will draw steel the next we meet.
Ok, nghĩa là câu chuyện sau sẽ là đầu với Sophia. Bị mất. The new members of the Manus Vidicte has left. They did clean up the beach. Every trace of humanity has been wiped clean. Only rock and metal debris remain on the beach.
I don't understand any of this.
She slumps to the ground and stares blankly into the
The
distance.
truth transcends all and is above all trivial matters of a phenomenal world. It guides us to enlightenment and protects us from evil and misfortune. Does it not? This is what I have always believed.
Hey.
So I went seeking for it. It is finally in my hands.
Nhưng mà,
But
nhưng mà
now...
sao?
But now...
37 buries her face between her knees, on the verge of sobbing.
What went wrong? Was it my fault? Isn't this how the truth is supposed to work?
It's not an easy question for off-island visitor to answer. However, one thing is for
The
certain.
truth has not abandoned you, 37. You haven't used the key yet, have you? It is still coded.
The key.
The key. 37 is heaped up on the ground.
Lilia has verified Arcana's location. She is still on this island. We still have a chance to stop
Okay.
her before it's truly too late.
Đi đấm Arcana thôi. Còn 15 tiếng nữa.
We should go now, Sonetto. We have 15 more hours until the storm.
Còn 15 tiếng nữa đến cơn bão. omens of fate hidden between the lines. Đọc cái gì này? The trail in the forest. The face has been born. Read the voice as yet let go. Though outside it really not. Đây là thơ về ai? Let it go. Let it go. Then never before it had taken. A homage pet. Oh, some speech này chưa. Đọc cái gì nữa này? Encrypted record. Zeno. Vẫn chưa thấy đội Zeno. Zeno nói gì liên quan đến tới câu chuyện về việc trợ giúp nhóm Vertin trên đảo. Ồ, hết quà rồi. 680 là hết quà rồi. Tôi còn nhiều chương lắm mà. Ok. Ở homage pet thì bị đầu Arcana này, đánh boss này. Lại trở về
We've got
Laplace
signal.
rồi.
Zeno has restored communications with Team Timekeeper.
Ok, Zeno chuẩn bị đến rồi.
Very well. We will leave you to it.
Câu chuyện chưa lộ độ Zeno nhiều. Hầu hết là Zeno toàn xuất hiện ở nhánh chuyện phụ. She sighs with relief. But before she hangs up, she has one more question.
Just to confirm before we go, the operation Zeno is currently undertaking has been approved by the Pact
Zeno kiểu như
Security
là quân đội
Council,
của
right?
Foundation hay là một tổ chức riêng nhỉ? The internal core falls silent, as if the question is too absurd to answer.
Certainly, miss.
Ai đọc ai đây?
They are soldiers. Soldiers act on orders.
Act on orders. This is only the part of island untouched by war. Whilst the foliage is thriving and the view is stunning.
I am most pleased to see you. Had you a pleasant stay on this island, Miss Vertin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He turns round, a smile gracing her face.
Are they not an intriguing flock of people? Their wise ones drew a circle at their feet and declared themselves apart from this realm. For generations untold, they toiled as diligent ants in service of the circle, adoring and venerating it while shielding themselves from insanity's call. I take immense pleasure in admiring this wondrous figure, the primordial, eternal, immaculate circle. The more pity that it was etched upon sand.
Below, the bombed up beach is instead of disarray.
I disagree. The fragility and impermanence of sand is precisely why people strive for something eternal. Believing in perfection is not a flaw. I noticed the human aircrafts were loaded with weapons, not from this era. Did Manus Vindicte provide them with the technology?
Đồ đạc vũ khí hạng nặng. Akana smiles, the silence confirming the disturbing revelation.
I can't fathom your motives. If you came here to incite hatred and recruit the pure-blood arcanists on this island, you may now walk away with satisfaction. If you wanted to take the island as one of your bases, you could have done so after the cleansing ceremony failed, but you did nothing. You just stood there. Why?
Akana là hiện thân của cơn bão. Hỗn mang. Kẻ thực thi hỗn mang. Without rhyme or reason, she laughs.
Do you struggle to comprehend, sweet Vertin?
Hiện thân
I
cơn
was
bão là-
waiting for you.
Tôi làm gì? Sunetto and Lilia take step forward.
Enough talk, Vertin. It's time for action.
Mind your
Đúng rồi.
distance. Arcana has power over people's minds at a close range.
A pity.
She raised her arm, the stone bangle still intact in her wrist. The next moment, it slides off and falls to the grass, dissolving into thin air.
I did wish to keep this bangle. Mine and yours, a pair in perfect match. How will you remove yours, Vertin?
Chặt tay. The bangle burns, a reminder of those who still believe in the teaching of truth and apparel, and those who remain until the end of cleansing ceremony. The symbol of faith remains true to its purpose. The peace agreement is still in effect.
What? The island's been blasted to smithereens. How come the bangle still has its power? What is it made of?
Don't worry, Regulus. We have foreseen this.
The chief assistant shows no signs of worry.
When we first arrived, I was bewildered by the rules on this island. But as I learned more about their scriptures, things began to make sense. Language is an unreliable means of communication. Information can become muddled and vague wording can lead to mistakes and contradictions. That's why the island values math as a more precise and truthful language. They mock language for its ambiguity, scorn its flaws, and ruthlessly expose its inconsistencies, like they did during that debate. The pact on this bangle is of a similar nature.
I see. It forbids us from actively attacking, but what is considered an attack? The rule maker did not specify that.
An act without the intent to attack will not be seen as an attack. That is the unspoken rule of the peace agreement.
An adorable attempt.
Tấn công mà không
Are you
tấn công.
truly prepared to gamble the life of thy sworn companion, little pup of the Foundation?
Đánh kiểu gì? Khi mà tấn công nhưng không thể tấn công. Behind an interpreter. Bla 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 bla. Unidentifiable form materialized into existence. Sonetto shakes her head. Her ones remain steady.
I will not make the same mistake again, Miss Arcana. I know perfectly well what I'm doing. Your provocations will not work on me. For the peace of this world, I will stop you.
The ones radiates an intense brilliance. Espalimus. Ủa, ngắn vậy. Ui, chói sáng vậy. Ui, cái gì chói sáng vậy? Mặt trời chân lý chó có tim. Beginning again. Cái gì đây? I will arrive at that proof. Cái gì đây? First clear. Ủa, first deployment start. Ủa, chương trình gì đây? Đầu lắm này. Sợ đấy. Complete the battle here to unlock the following supporter.
Now, Vertin.
Thú vị vậy.
Show me how you have changed since last we met.
Đấu
The
tay bom mà
battlefield.
đấu.
It transformed.
Inside 2. Ok, tôi lại chơi team mấy. Không có chọn team đây. Lại phải chọn thủ công này. Team khỏe nhất của tôi đâu. Đây đây. Ok. Let's go. Cùng cái mới đi.
Lies with you.
2 lượt, ok. Lượt sau núp. Ồ, tận 4 đấy cả.
I admire your courage.
Không cần buff ngày vậy.
The moment of utterance, the moment of silence.
Charging. A new hypothesis.
A new
Learn
hypothesis.
from silence.
Learn from silence.
Eliminate target.
The benefits of field mapping.
Nổ chết. Chết chết. Chết chết. Cái này đúng không? Đang hiện ra có thôi cái này đi. Ok. Nổ phát chết.
A good point.
Loading.
The moment of utterance.
No other study could show you this.
Ủa, chưa kịp mà mình cái tin. Chưa có un. Yếu quá. Đây đi. Bật bắp cho
I will remember your
A
sacrifice.
new hypothesis.
Charging.
Còn nhiều. Ok.
Keep up the pace.
Taking another look.
Barrage.
Tí nổ hũ phát là xong. Thế đơn giản.
An academic question.
Loading.
I admire your courage. I will remember your
Lung
sacrifice.
tung.
Limited scale, infinite lines.
Sao?
Calculating distance.
Finally got rid of them. Now, how am I gonna deal with this?
Một cái cánh tay hơi phết mới cái trận đầu. Còn trận nữa lại complete. Supporter này là
You
gì?
have made new friends, Have they changed you?
Này, Apple à?
Perhaps it's time you met my old friends. Come, they await thy greetings.
Timekeeper! Arcana has disappeared, and monsters are pouring out of the portal she created.
Huh? She's running away! Oh, that was quite the grand escape.
No, I can sense her. She's still there, looking down at us through that portal. She's waiting for something. Everyone, it's almost time. Xeno will start any minute.
Xeno làm gì vậy?
We need to complete our preparations
Kế
as
hoạch Xeno
planned
làm
and
gì vậy?
force Arcana to show up.
Núp hòn đảo à?
Easy. If we finish off all her minions, there's no way she'll just stand by and watch. The big guy up there is mine. You deal with the rest.
Ok. Ok, đấm.
Trying to gain air supremacy?
Ủa, cả
Not
voi.
under my watch.
Sợ đấy. Air traffic control.
I'll send that outdated hunk of scrap metal crashing to the bottom of the ocean.
Lilia. Bắt đầu. Recommend. Lâu lắm tôi không dùng. Thế tôi sẽ dùng. Đâu rồi? Ủa đâu rồi? Đây, Yu Nang Ji. Yu Nang Ji thì phải đi cùng phải đi cùng Lucy thế đi. Ok. Chắc ok.
My duty lies with you.
Yu Nang Ji. Con này có gọi đệ không?
The moment of silence.
Another jar? It's newly made this year.
Newly made this year.
There they are.
There they are. Ui. Khỏe vậy.
You don't want to miss it.
Eliminate target.
Tissue.
It's wrong.
Đây.
Charging. Loading.
3.
Another jar?
Barrage. Target confirmed.
Enjoy.
Con này dễ mà.
Attack.
Ủa, nó hơi máu rồi. Thấy chưa?
Got you.
Cắt kìa. Ủa. Đi tôi nhầm. Ok.
Relax.
The moment of utterance.
Newly made this year.
No worries.
Thấy chưa?
Please, don't resist.
Benefit from reading.
Suy chết. Ok chết.
Airspace cleared. Preparing now.
I remember it.
Có support thì để em gì? Ai đây?
Just like the battle simulations.
Lại con này.
I will not allow the tragedy in Chicago to happen again. Timekeeper,
Chicago.
it's time I showed you what my training's been for.
Con này là boss ở Chicago đây. đánh sau khi đánh Forget Me Not này. Lại chơi tí này thôi. Bụp 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 bụp. Wow. Sao không có set sẵn tìm đây nhỉ?
Duty lies with you.
Ồ, cái này làm gì? 4.
A new hypothesis.
The moment of silence.
A good point. A new hypothesis. Loading.
Hai người này lên làm gì?
Learn from silence.
No other study could show you this. Taking another look.
Eliminate target.
Sau 4 lượt là đấy nha. Muốn này khỏe hết nhỉ? Căng lên. Căng lên. Khó sao bằng con Red Boss được.
Moment of utterance.
A good point.
Utterance.
Charging.
The moment of silence.
Ok, 3 lượt. Nhưng tôi chắc chứ không cần
No
dùng đấy
other
nữa.
study could show you
Chúng tôi
this.
cho Winston núp cái là bay màu cả lũ.
We walk in long nights.
Đánh nhiều thế. Ôi, nó giảm cái lịch sử của mình cũng còn đều. Đây. Ồ, đây đã. Bật cái này lên, đúng rồi. Sau đấy thì chuyển về đây bắp.
I admire your courage. An academic question.
Chết chưa?
Loading. Sharp thing.
3 vòng.
Limited scale, infinite lines.
Núp đi. Liệu núp có chết không?
Behold.
Ủa, một phát, 2 phát. Theo bọn mình răng.
Timekeeper, I've defeated the enemy. Beginning preparations now.
Ok.
We worked on this collaboration together. Out.
Đã có bộ team. Đủ team. Stage 1 thành công. Ủa.
Timekeeper, the first preparation stage is complete.
Great. Next, we destroy the portal.
Marvelous, Burton. You have put on a
Đây vẫn là trong cốt truyện
magnificent
tình đúng không ạ?
performance.
Tôi
As a
cảm như đây
gesture of
là
gratitude, I shall
tiếp thu vậy.
bestow unto you these gifts.
She just showed up of her own volition. No, something's not right. The arcane skill in that portal is fluctuating strangely.
boss mới à?
She's casting a ritual. Burton, retreat!
Sao?
No time to think.
Ủa, đánh ai đây? The Guiding One's Harbinger kì. Forget Me Not này. Sao toàn âm nhạc vậy? Sợ đấy. Boss 1 lại tung tim khỏe nhất rồi. Madame Lucy, cứu tôi với. Madame Lucy. 6 còn sống không? Ui, vãi chưởng. Ui, vãi. Mình rắn thật của Arcana.
What
Sợ
is
vậy.
this? It has more hands than all the members of a band
Bùn
combined.
đen.
Timekeeper, there's a gigantic creature emerging from the portal. We must complete stage 2 as soon as possible.
We better finish it off before we start stage 3.
Copy that. This is a critical moment. Everyone stay alert and await my command.
Program activated.
Ok, sợ quá.
Timekeeper, please allow me to assist you.
The Guardian of your text reduce damage from attack with non-stronger abilities. Cái nghĩa là dùng Lucy đánh thì khỏe. Và cả 6. Rồi 100% Unleash Ultimate Attack. 100% nào nó làm 100%. Ồ, có này luôn. Xịn đấy.
The moment of utterance.
Charging.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
Ok.
Learn from silence.
Lên from side.
Is this creature changing its afflatus to match that of its attacker?
Xịn đấy.
Ha, a mimic strategy. Clever. But we can also use it to our advantage.
Nhưng mà tôi không biết cái này.
Rotate your arcane skills. Make sure we always have the stronger afflatus.
Thôi sao?
Let's teach it a lesson in improvisation.
The light that illuminates all.
No other study could show you
Thôi
this.
sao?
Taking another look?
Tự nhiên. Ai biết gì đâu. Ai biết game nó sẽ như thế này. Ít trước thì đã giàu.
I will remember your sacrifice.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
Loading.
Okay.
Keep up the pace.
No other study could
Chẳng
show
có
you
nhiều,
this.
không biết lát nút có
The
khỏe không?
benefits of field mapping.
Faraday's miracle. Shell damage.
No. Đây, này đi. Khi này dưới này làm gì nhỉ? Vứt cái cùng cộng 10 proxy, nhưng mà tôi không cần proxy lắm. Đây thế thì một
The
này,
moment of silence.
hai này.
An academic question.
Cô dùng cái này.
Learn from silence.
Dùng Sueto, biết thế tôi dùng Sueto.
Limited scale.
Sueto là biến nó thành cái nút Windsor. Thế mà quên mất.
Confirm the coordinates.
Phí thế nhỉ? Face hai. Ui. Sao thế? Ủa. Nhưng mà cái này cũng khỏe mà. Rồi sao?
The creature is defeated and Arcana
Wow.
has emerged once
Như
again.
một cái
Timekeeper, stage 2 is
sọc
complete.
trên luôn.
Cool. Now.
And now to return to my long-term mission.
Ủa.
Rest.
Việc tận 5 cái video up này. Hỏi chấm. Tàu quay đây. The ship sways gently in the waves. It is set for the new world, and there's no turning back. Vĩnh biệt Sophia. She hasn't spoken a word since they sailed. The situation is final and the board is set. There's nothing for her to do but to stay silent.
Miss Sophia, is the guiding one really not coming with us? She...
Hy sinh. Akana chết. She doesn't answer, absent-mindedly caressing the tiny idol. She still remembers the moment she received it.
Are you saying?
Fret not, my child.
Fret not,
You
my
heard
child.
me true. I shall die today.
Ồ. Cái gì vậy? Chuyển phản diện này. Sẽ chết hôm nay vậy. Chúng ta làm cái trò gì mà...
Timekeeper, location Alpha is ready for the ritual.
Location Beta, ready.
Lại có kế hoạch gì thâm
Mr.
sâu vậy
Apple
đây.
and I are ready.
Good.
This is not a preparation for an attack. At least not for an attack here.
Requesting to use the advanced arcane skill Afaroy Around. Number
Afaroy Around.
000262603100008.
Gì đây?
To teleport a top priority threat to the Parmenides base.
The glow of ritual envelopes Arcana. Oh.
Loosen up and enjoy the ride.
Làm trò gì đây?
Прощай.
Là sai. Sao Arcana bị bắt? Đến Zeno à?
Launch sequence initiated. Starting countdown. 30, 29,
Ông nào đây?
28,
The target has not reached the designated location. I repeat, the target has...
15, 14,
13.
Large-scale arcane ritual detected. Aphroy around, verified. Life signal detected. Target is in position. Initiating detonation.
Boss rồi đến rồi.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Núp. Bùm. Xong. Núp luôn. Arcana tiêu diệt. Liệu đủ tiêu diệt Arcana chưa? Biết mình chết.
Vacuum bomb detonated.
No arcane energy detected.
No
life signal detected. Target eliminated. I repeat, the target has been eliminated.
We did it. We actually did it. Admiral, Hans, we made up for what we didn't do in 99.
1999.
Did we win?
It's too early to celebrate, but history will remember this moment and honor all that was lost in this long battle.
Admiral Ego.
Wait, Hans.
Hans,
you hear that? In your headphones?
Sao đây? Everyone can hear it. Sợ thế? A grating static. Cái gì vậy?
Admiral, we might have a life signal, but there's too much interference.
Give me that.
The plan was made with a little time to spare, and the location chosen for the observation room is not bad. But soon enough, the strange sound in the room subsides.
No, it's nothing. There is no sign of life. It was the wind.
Chắc không?
So, that means...
We did it, everyone! Đơn giản
A
thế này.
triumphant victory! A salute to you, Admiral, and to the Timekeeper.
Mọi chuyện làm gì đơn giản thế?
Our efforts for peace have prevailed, and we have emerged victorious. Let us forever remember this day for its greatness.
Glory to all who fought for this moment! We did it! Whoa! Woo!
Cơn bão còn chưa đến rồi. Còn mấy tiếng nữa cơn bão đến rồi. Rồi làm sao nữa đây? The observation room erupts in triumph. Arcana. Deceased. Arcana kế hoạch là gì? Sao lại chết nhạo như này? Thấy khó hiểu. Vẫn chưa. Ui, vẫn còn chương 22. Đến với chương 21 thôi. Thật là chương 21 ngắn thế.
A bullet is among us, right under this roof. It serves no army,
no
country,
only peace.
Only peace. The heavy rain at the end of the century dissolved and washed away many of its comrades. But it was lucky enough to survive. Its pointy end still shines silver, ready to drill a hole into its enemy. Sadly, its bulky colleague stole its thunder in this war. One push of the button, one big explosion. There was no need for the rest of the ammunition.
Tốt, chúng ta không phải làm việc.
Certainly. Who doesn't want a life without the need to work? Few would hesitate to choose a life of freedom over the achievement and satisfaction of a job. Given the short lifespan of a bullet, why would it choose anything else? But its boss, the general, has more to think about. What are they going to do next time? Will a big shot, dear.
Igor.
A wise man of the most insightful kind. You should talk to him if you have the chance. But he's been in a gloomy mood lately. Be careful not to mention anything related to the conservative battle tactics used in 1999. The missile that would have been launched, and especially anything about the bullets lost in that battle. He has paid a great price for the future. But you see, the future is sneaky. Every time you think you can grasp it, it takes a step away from you, nullifying every effort you've made to get near it. Even a bullet isn't fast enough to catch up.
Không cần bullet.
Shh. Don't say such things out loud, especially not near the general, sweetheart. The bullets have paid a great price in order to find their way back to the future. If they hear you say that they won't be needed anymore, you'll end up with quite the ammunition bill. All right. Let's leave this bullet to itself. Solitude may help alleviate its anxiety about the future.
Okay, không cần đạn. Bullets and calculus. Ok, sao lại bullets và giải tích này. The ones who pray. 6 này. Ấy này. Hentai này. Đúng rồi. 2 ten. Here on the level sand, between the sea and the land, what shall I build or write against the fall of night? Tell me the runes of two grief that hold the bursting wave of patience.
Drink this. It will help relieve your pain. Worry not. It's not made from the grapes on my head.
Hai ten không đi theo Sophia à? Vẫn trung thành với cái đạo à? The world may have ended, but its scar remained in this place. The whole of truth, once the palace of knowledge, now stands in ruins. Hai ten examines the injured man's face closely, making sure his pain is eased. Then he stands and watches as more people are brought through the gate.
Hang in there, 29.
38 này vẫn sống này. 29 là ai? 88 makes her way into the hall, carrying an incapacitated believer on her back. She carefully lowers the person to the floor. Her arms are wounded from the attack, but fortunately they are not fatal. Since the integers awakened, this has the only thing they've been doing.
Are there any other injured that have not been found yet?
I've scouted the island. Every remaining member should be here.
6 đâu?
So you have.
Chữa 6 đi. He signs. The ramifications of those situations weighing down on them.
It means the members not here have joined Manus Vindicte.
Đúng vậy. The whole is dead silent. Just a few hours ago, it was alive with debates, ideas, and passion. But now, one half of the whole is gone. It sits buried under the shattered dome and crumbling gore.
Is Six still in a coma, Miss Marta?
The blind woman nods, concern etched on her face. The banshee doesn't say anything else. She needs to clean out her own wounds. The last few hours have been a whirlwind. Their faith has crumbled. The humans have invaded their island, and the Manus Vindicte has turned them against each other. But now, everything's gone. Enemies, friends, and even the truth. All that's left are the moans and groans that fill the hole. In the midst of the hushed void, some begin to pray.
To you, O the alone infinite, the non-subsistent, the ineffable, I call. Grant me inspiration of nature. Guide my soul with truth.
These are the words of both sorrow and hope, words of contemplations and honor for the dead, a brief respite where they can find a solace to ease their pain.
Give me power of enlightenment. Tear off from the web of ignorance.
More people join in. Their prayers reverberate through the hall.
Redeem me from the evil, hatred, and what throttles me down. Break through the ground of bad, corruption's chain, the carapace of darkness, the living death, sensation's corpse, the tomb I carry. Learn the beauty of truth, the balance and limitations of all.
Enough! It's 29. The injured believer just carried by 88. A leg is missing. He manages to get up and sit down against the wall.
Why are you still praying? The truth is gone! Who are we praying to? Who will answer us?
Aperon, his Albert's fathers, turning to the
For
bitter soul.
generations, we have searched for purpose and meaning. But now that the truth is lost, what is left for us to live for?
No, the truth is still there.
A crisp voice echoes through the hall. 37 arrives panting at the door, accompanied by members of Timekeeper's team.
I passed Aperon's test and it showed me the answer. It will free us from the Wheel of Birth once and for all. I just need some time to decode it.
She feels the stairs weigh heavily on her. The wounded, the desperate, those who have lost their faith and their souls in the last few hours. The custodian walks up to her, still composed and steady.
We will do our best to help, but how much time do you need?
Mấy tuần? A crucial question. The girl averts her eyes. Her confidence has grown since the last time she answered this
I have
question.
someone in mind that can help us decode faster.
Elsewhere in this world, some people are also making the same efforts at all costs. They, too, are studying the immunity to the storm.
But I need your approval before I ask them for help.
This will require some finesse. What's about the ask might rattle the founding principles of their belief system.
May I share the truth with the others, 37?
Okay. Okay. Okay luôn. Lucy, Madam Lucy. The storm 9 hours. Ôi, còn 9 tiếng. The experiments on the side effects of the ritual are ongoing. The list of conditions they've encountered stretches down the pages like a long, winding snake.
The side effects are completely random. Among the current samples, the probability of no side effects occurring is 0.52%.
0.52%.
And of the 81 recorded side effects, 39 of them will cause irreversible damage to the biological body. 24 will permanently alter the composition of the caster's body functioning. And 18 minor effects will cause only minor, superficial injuries that do not affect daily functioning. Laplace's archives has enough rituals to protect casters from the minor effects, but the other two categories are highly lethal.
The list was made at all costs of lives, and she meticulously analyzed each item as if taking apart an intricate machine.
After 72 experiments, the diversity of side effects has decreased significantly. It is unclear if this is due to repeated testing on a single subject or due to a limited range of possible side effects. More than 90% of these effects are related to concepts such as dirt and dust. Is it because of the origins of this ritual's power?
She stops briefly, scanning through the list again.
The number of recorded side effects is 86, not 81. When did I write these 5 down?
A knock at the door interrupts her thoughts. Simon walks in.
Madam Lucy, Zeno's plan was a success. With the help of Team Timekeeper, the leader of Manus Vindictae was teleported to a deserted military base and targeted with a thermobaric weapon. It was a direct hit with no signs of life detected. The momentous event was captured on camera in the observation room.
The director nods in approval. It is good news, but she can devote much of her processing power to expressing joy while she focuses on research.
A tremendous victory. Please extend my congratulations to the Admiral for this remarkable feat.
Also, you have 2 call requests. One is from the Timekeeper, which Laplace received shortly after the battle with Manus Vindictae. She is requesting remote assistance to help the Aperon decode a numerical code related to the storm immunity.
This information demands attention. The director's head snaps up.
Put her through immediately.
Gọi luôn. Simon nods, but her shoulders remain tense. They're small.
And the other call?
It's Kakanya, the Viennese arcanist who helped investigate Marcus in acquiring the ritual.
Kakanya làm sao đây? The inner hesitation appears in her eyes.
We have updated her the progress of the study and the potential side effects of the incantation. But she insists on knowing the right pronunciation.
Kakanya định chế tạo cái gì đây? Đây là chắc quay bay về tiếng truyện Kakanya. Guide to constructing communication webs under special circumstances. The Rosetta Stone. Ở đây là những ai? Những con người kỳ lạ ở đây. This may be the world's first triangular dictionary. Vẫn ở Lablas đúng không? Đâu đây là 37 Miss Radio này.
No, we are not aware of that. 37 and I had just entered the cave when the investigator sent back the ritual.
The transmission is weakening. Miss Radio musters all her strength, struggling to hold on to the fleeting signal in the air.
I see. Thank you for the thorough explanation, Madam Lucy. I'll make sure to inform the members of Apeiron.
Is it really possible to remember all the numbers and technical details?
If possible. Could you kindly explain this to them again after we set up the communication device?
The lab has never been busier since the day it was built. The scattered files are neatly gathered, and more integers have come to have sort through the years of documents. Miss Radio is placed next to the IDM with a sense of reverence. The computer screen lights up. A familiar voice comes out of the speakers.
The next thing's the acoustic components. Totally understandable if you don't have any on hand. Regulus, can you help me find some...
What are you saying, mate? Of course, this great disc jockey would have the acoustic components. I'll have you know, I made friends with the dolphins as soon as I had the chance, hoping they'd retrieve some of the radio components from Apple II.
Apple II.
Guess what? They actually found some!
Mấy con cá heo vẫn còn sống. He attaches the acoustic component onto the IDM, beaming with excitement.
Hello? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. The screeching feedback forces everyone to cover their ears.
Perfect. You finally have a communicator equipped with a speaker. Before, there were too many ears for one tiny radio.
Sao vậy?
What now? Another attack?
Not quite. That's the sound of our colleague, Medicine Pocket. Hard at work.
Finally, a real communicator for the timekeeper. Ace gets up, skirts around the Medicine Pocket's mess on the floor, and casually makes himself a cappuccino.
How goes it on your end, Verton? The storm is only 8 hours away. Has the immunity zone on the island stopped shrinking?
I think so. No one in the Hall of Apeiron is affected by the storm syndrome so far. The immunity zone seems stable for now. Manus Vindictae and the humans have left. There should be no further destruction on the
Sao biết
island.
được đấy là immunity zone? Không có ai
So the
có hiện
decay
triệu
of
chứng
the
cơn bão.
immunity zone is not linear. It seems to be influenced by the islanders' mindset toward the truth, and it eventually reaches a stopping point.
He puts down the cup and thinks about everything he heard on the call.
Could it be that the ritual on this island, rooted in the power of faith and belief, serves to amplify only the radius of the storm immunity? Fascinating.
That can wait, Researcher X.
Erich, impatient as ever, interrupts his musings with a more important concern. There are still pressing matters to discuss with the timekeeper through the device.
There's one thing I'd like to confirm, Timekeeper. About the question Miss 37 asked in the cave. How can we escape the darkness of the phenomenal world and be freed from the emanation forever? To my understanding, that is almost the same as asking how we can be immune to the storm.
Okay, đúng rồi đấy.
Yes.
And 37 also said the transcendental truth was beyond the limits of her mortal flesh. A Piran answered her with an eerie sound, one that could drive anyone mad just by hearing it. It was then that the scroll 6 gave her unfurled and transcribed the sound into a string of numbers, providing us with the code.
Yes, that's the key to our problem. We both received a solution to the same question simultaneously. Immunity against the storm. This could be our Rosetta Stone, Timekeeper.
Rosetta Stone.
We found our own Rosetta Stone!
Đá phù thủy à? His voice rises with excitement as he becomes fully immersed in his thoughts. Meanwhile, his listeners' mind is starting to wonder with a big question mark in the air.
Rosetta Stone.
Là cái gì?
Allow me to explain.
The director interjects with a well-timed explanation.
The Rosetta Stone is a stone tablet inscribed with a decree in 3 different languages: hieroglyphs, Demotic, and Ancient Greek.
Ancient Greek này.
Hieroglyphs were the sacred writing for the divine, while Demotic script was known as the language of the people. Both scripts were ancient Egyptian, lost to time when the tablet was discovered.
Okay.
However, because scholars were still able to read Ancient Greek, and through comparing the 3 inscriptions that all said the same thing, they were finally able to understand the hieroglyphs. And now, we too have our own set of inscriptions to decode. The first is similar to hieroglyphs, as the truth Miss 37 heard in the cave is completely unintelligible and can drive people insane just by listening to it. The second is like Demotic script, a ritual we obtain from arcana that can place a curse upon those who read it aloud. It cannot be handled by ordinary people. Finally, the numerical code you shared with us is like the readable Ancient Greek, without any divine powers, but crucial in deciphering the other 2 inscriptions.
How intriguing!
Ok, nghĩa là dãy số đấy để đọc mấy cái ký tự kia. 37's voice chimed out in the line, clearly excited by an analogy.
Which is to say, if we work together and combine our research, we may unlock even deeper knowledge that only belongs to the divine?
Exactly. We're looking for the same answer to the same question, like how the same decree is inscribed onto the tablet in different forms. And just like the inscriptions on the tablet, we have 3 versions of the ritual. If we can delve into the essence of the ritual and master its inner workings, we may eventually transcribe it into a side-effect-free ritual that can be used by everyone.
Yes, it should work. Because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
I'm glad you think so, Miss 37.
Nói chả hiểu gì cả. The girl on the other end of the phone is equally ecstatic. There's no question that they are in sync on this incredible idea. The Feralute happily swirled around the fishbowl. Regrettably, his boss is a practical thinker.
Your hypothesis is based on too many assumptions, Ulrich. It requires further refinement and confirmation. We now have valid incantations. We should continue in this direction.
Her words are like a bucket of ice water dumped over their heads. As always, the road steers them at a more practical path.
You mentioned the word transcribe just like the timekeeper did. It holds the answer to improving the ritual.
You mean?
The scroll you mentioned that can bridge the gap between you and the supreme existence during communion. It is the scroll that transcribed the eerie sound and saved 37 from the lethal side effects. Does this mean it could potentially lessen the negative effects of the immunity incantation?
Everyone in the lab realizes reducing the side effects is faster than trying to come up with a perfect, side effect-free incantation from scratch. Now the solution is right in front of them. The scroll that solves arcanum with arcanum.
Wait, Madam Lucy. Let me take it from here.
We would like to borrow this scroll for research. If you lend us this scroll, we will make significant advancements on the research, and we promise to provide every assistance you require in the future.
The ferroflute flinches into the shape of droplet sweat. It was too late to stop her. The atmosphere on the other end of the core changes dramatically.
Lend you the scroll.
Không cho. Lend you scroll. The custodian lifts up from her corner in disbelief.
Are you asking us to give the legacy of Apiron, our most cherished possession, to you? A scientific research organization that serves humans?
The lab falls silent, reflecting the seriousness of the request. For a school of thought that has always kept its knowledge hidden, this is a major threat to its core belief and sacred vows. But the silence is broken again by the cheery voice. The voice that always questions and doubts.
Why not? We are seekers of truth, are we not?
Ok, chúng ta là những kẻ đi tìm sự thật. Sự thật luôn chỉ có một. Và chúng ta đã đến chương 24. The Cycles of History. Ok. Rồi chúng ta đã đánh Arcana xong. Rồi chúng ta tiếp tục cốt truyện phá giải cơn bão rồi. 13. Còn mấy tiếng trước cơn bão đây? 8 tiếng à? 6 tiếng. Thôi 6 tiếng trước cơn bão. Giờ có lẽ là thời gian tốt để dừng. Buổi sau tôi sẽ hoàn thành nốt câu chuyện. Và sau đây nữa thì chắc là làm nốt cái như ở đây có một chương
Are you trying to take off the space?
Chương phụ này, chương phụ giống phần 5 này. Không biết có dài không? Ok, thank you mọi người nhé. Giờ tôi biến. Hôm sau tôi sẽ làm tiếp. Bye bye cả nhà. See ya soon.